Hi, I'm Thandi, she, her, and I am studying English and Politics. And I originally chose to study at York because I came on the open day in year 12 and it was beautiful. I thought, oh my gosh, I'd love to study here for 3 years, especially because where I'm from, very countryside and not very busy, and York is a perfect balance in between. So I thought, I can see myself living here for such a long period of time, and as well as that, the course, just like English and Politics combined, not all unis offer that, and I thought the course just looked amazing. Before coming, I will say though, I did think as a black student, how will I find it in York? You know, like what I'd seen online at least, the city, it didn't seem very ethnic. I don't know if that's the right phrasing, but I kind of went and it seemed very white. You know, I didn't see that many people of colour around in town, at least when I had come to visit. But honestly, like, since coming here, I've realised that if you look for it, you will find it. Surface level, I didn't really think that I would, you know, find much appealing to like my demographic as a black person. I thought I won't really find like a butcher's, I won't find like a spice shop or a hair shop. I know for braiding hair at least, there's a lot of student braiders, and while I haven't gone to them yet, I know people that have. That leads on to my next point of if you're coming to York or you're thinking about it, I think ACS would be great to attend. I found a black community or a community of people of colour, not necessarily through ACS because I have only been a few times, but you know, like if I have lessons with another person of colour, or if I see them about, I make a conscious effort to bridge that connection, you know. And ACS, I went with some of the friends I have made, other people of colour, other black people, you know. There are societies that cater to all people of colour. I think if you're struggling to find your community, what you can say organically, don't be afraid to go to those. Everyone is so friendly. I went and it was a game night, and there was a club night afterwards at Empire, which I did not go to, but loads of people did, and everyone was so friendly. I met so many new people, and from that I have made friendships, and it was great. I'm not saying that your only friendships are gonna be, you know, other people of colour. I think that it is true that being with people similar to you does help with homesickness, for example, or, you know, feeling of belonging. I'm from a predominantly white area, so I was kind of used to, you know, this kind of demographic at York, which is quite white. I would say I'm used to that, I think, but I know for a fact I've met people from London, for example, you know, big cities where it's a lot more diverse ethnically, and it can be a culture shock for sure. So I think if you are struggling in the sense of feeling like outside or struggling to belong, while I have not had any experience like that where another person's made me feel like that personally, I know that it can be like an afterthought in your head. And if you're thinking like, I want people that I can relate to sometimes, then ACS will be a great place to start. At the start of coming to uni, I joined as many group chats as I could, and during freshers I was actually approached by a girl who was talking about black women in York, and it's a group chat and they go out and do trips, and you know, that was great. So far at York, I've literally loved the experience. I understand that it can be such a stressful experience, like really and truly I was so stressed before coming here because I thought maybe I won't get on with people that I don't relate with, you know, like I'm talking about I need expression 613 number 4, and they're looking at me and they don't know what I'm talking about, you know. Like I think being around people that relate and understand this ethnic code, it really does make you feel so much more at home. Personally, after being here for nearly 2 months, I haven't actually seen the city to its fullest extent in terms of ethnic places, for example restaurants or hair shops. We're going to see if I can find some of these things because I think that it will be helpful for me and you. So here's a list of places that I had found from just Google searching. So all of them are around town, so I'm going to try and find as many as I can, as well as just looking around and finding as many ethnic stores as possible. Started the journey by getting the bus, which is easily accessible. Los Morons! And as you can see, I was very excited.
Have a look at that little GSD, see what that looks like.
I couldn't find any others on my list, so I went to the market to see what I could find, and I found 2 stalls. I think overall, my initial feelings have changed because I thought I was going to come here and, be maybe the only black girl that I see for miles. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.